On this day in 1930, Mahatma Gandhi, the revered leader of the Indian independence movement, embarked on a historic journey that would symbolize the nonviolent resistance against British colonial rule in India. Unlock the pages of history with On This Day, daily doses of captivating events from the past. Hit subscribe and join the journey through time. Known as the Dandi March or Salt March, Gandhi, along with a group of followers, undertook a 200-mile trek from Sabarmati Ashram to the Arabian Sea in protest of the oppressive British salt monopoly. The march lasted for 24 days, capturing the attention of the world and inspiring a wave of civil disobedience. Upon reaching the coastal town of Dandi, Gandhi symbolically defied the salt tax by producing salt from the seawater, a simple yet powerful act that resonated with the masses. The Dandi March not only marked a turning point in India's struggle for independence, but also solidified Gandhi's commitment to nonviolent resistance as a potent force for social and political change. On this day in 1980, a harrowing chapter in criminal history concluded when Wayne Gacy, an American serial killer and sex offender, was convicted of the heinous murders of 33 young men and boys in and around Chicago. Gacy, a seemingly ordinary and well-respected member of his community, had lured his victims with the promise of construction work before subjecting them to horrific acts of violence. The trial unfolded as a stark revelation of Gacy's monstrous deeds, unveiling the gruesome details of his crimes that had transpired over a 6-year period. The guilty verdict, which included multiple charges of sexual assault and murder, cast a somber light on the extent of human depravity. Gacy's conviction sent shockwaves through society, highlighting the need for increased vigilance and scrutiny to prevent such atrocities and emphasizing the importance of justice for the victims and their grieving families. On this day in 1994, the Church of England ushered in a transformative era by ordaining its first-ever female priests. This historic event, held at Bristol Cathedral, marked a significant departure from centuries-old traditions and a landmark stride towards gender equality within the ecclesiastical hierarchy. The ceremony witnessed the consecration of 32 women as priests, symbolizing a progressive shift in the Church's approach to gender roles in religious leadership. The ordination not only shattered long-standing barriers, but also represented a commitment to inclusivity and recognition of the valuable contributions women could make within the clergy. The women ordained on this day became trailblazers, challenging preconceived notions and inspiring future generations of female religious leaders to follow their calling, thus reshaping the landscape of the Church of England. On this day in 1999, the Czech Republic, Hungary, and Poland officially became members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. This marked the expansion of the alliance beyond its original Western European and North American membership, signifying a new era of security cooperation in post-Cold War Europe. The inclusion of these Central European nations in NATO was a strategic move to strengthen the bonds of collective defense and promote stability in the region. By joining the alliance, the Czech Republic, Hungary, and Poland affirmed their commitment to democratic values and cooperation with Western nations. This expansion not only bolstered the security architecture of the continent, but also served as a symbolic bridge, fostering greater unity and collaboration between Eastern and Western Europe in the post-Soviet era. On this day in 2009, Bernie Madoff pleaded guilty to orchestrating one of the most extensive and devastating Ponzi schemes in history. Standing before a federal judge in New York, Madoff admitted to defrauding thousands of investors, including celebrities, charities, and individuals, of billions of dollars. The guilty plea marked a dramatic turn in the scandal that had come to light a few months earlier, revealing the depth of the financial deceit that Madoff had masterminded over several decades. The admission of guilt not only underscored the audacity of his fraudulent activities, but also exposed regulatory shortcomings that had allowed the scheme to persist for so long. Madoff's guilty plea was a moment of reckoning for the financial industry, leading to increased scrutiny and calls for regulatory reforms to prevent such catastrophic financial frauds in the future. Thanks for journeying through history with us on This Day. If you enjoyed the ride, hit subscribe and join us again tomorrow for more fascinating moments. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.